Hi, this is Michelle. I got a few requests from people to make a video on how I made these cute little ribbon roses out of the silk embroidery ribbon. I'm going to show you how I do that. First, I'll show you the kit. This is a kit I found on eBay, Bucilla Felt Applique with silk. When I found this, I really liked the ornaments and I realized there was ribbon embroidery on there and I'd never done it. And I thought it was going to be really hard to do, but the instructions really are helpful. They're really easy. There's a couple other kits. I found this stocking. This is also felt applique with silk. This has the ribbon embroidery on it also. You get 4mm ribbon in here. When I made the ornaments, I got a lot of extra ribbon, so you don't have to worry about running out. There's a lot of extra, and there's so much extra that I decided to put some on the Sugar Plum Fairy stocking that I just did. So I'm going to show you the instructions. They're called Spider Web Rose. These are the instructions you get. Really easy to follow. I had no trouble figuring out how to make these roses. What you'll see on the felt printed, they call them spokes. There's 5 spokes here, and this is how you know that you're going to make a rose. Now, when I did them on the Sugar Plum Fairy stocking, I didn't have them printed on the felt, and I wanted them to kind of sit up above. So I cut a little round piece of felt and I drew the spokes on and then did the ribbon right on the stocking. But I'm going to show you, this is if you have it printed on felt. So I just kind of thought this would be easier to show you what to do. So you have 5 spokes and you're going to want to take 2 pieces of floss and go over those spokes. There's 5 of them. And I just go to the edge of the circle. And you want to make these kind of tight because of what you're going to do in a minute. So I got my spokes done here. Not this in the back. Cut it off, you don't need that. In your kit, you get a size 18 chenille needle. It's a big needle with a big eye. This is what you're going to use for your ribbon. The ribbon comes in 36-inch lengths. They recommend in the instructions that you cut them down to 18 inches. For some of the other stitches like leaves and stuff like that, French knots, I did cut it down to 18 inches. But for the roses that I did, like on the Sugar Plum Fairy, I used almost that whole 36 inches, so I didn't cut that. This is just a piece I had left over, so I thought I'd show you. It's about 18 inches. We're going to make a smaller rose. So what you're going to do is you're going to come up from the center of your spokes, and it says you go over, under, over, under. So my first spoke here, I'm going to go under that. In the center, you kind of want to pull the center of your rose kind of tight, just so you get that nice tight center of your rose. So I went under this one. Now I'm going to go over the next one and then under. And then over this one, under this one. And over, under. So what you're going to do is you're going to fill the whole circle that I drew, or that will be printed on your felt. You're going to cover the whole circle and make a rose. So you just keep going over, under, the whole way around. You don't have to worry about your ribbon getting twisted because they say that's part of the look, to let it twist. So as you go around, you don't have to fiddle with it and keep making it straight. Just keep on going around and making that rose. And as you get to the outside edge, it kind of gets harder and harder to see your spokes. So you kind of like remember where they are and keep going over, under until you have everything covered. And I did use white on this so you could see it in the camera, but like making a red rose, I probably would have used red floss, but I did it just so you could see. So as you see, I keep going over, under, all the way around. You can buy cute little ribbon roses in packages. I've seen them at Walmart and at Hobby Lobby, but I think the fun thing about making these kits is learning the stitch, even though, you know, it might be hard at first, but learning it and doing it, I think that's the fun of it, because the more you do it, the better you get. So I'm glad I decided to try these roses because they are super easy. So once you get your circle covered at the edge, which that's my last stitch, you just kind of push it through anywhere, kind of like underneath. And then you can go to the back and just, you know, go through and knot it off a little bit. And then cut it. And I mean, you have a nice, pretty little rose. Yeah, and this one you can see my white floss, but you have a nice, pretty rose there. So after you guys try this out, let me know how you like it. Have fun.